I'm John Haney, and I'm hoping to earn your respect, your confidence, and your vote for city council. I'll run over briefly. First, thanks for the partnership, Carlos and Marshall, and everyone here for showing up. We did this a year ago. I was a rookie, and I still feel like a rookie because I'm really nervous. But I'll get to the chase, and I'll tell you a little bit about myself. That a lot of people heard it last year about 12 times, so they could probably say this. I was born and raised here in North Denver, 23rd and Julian, with 10 brothers and sisters. We attended St. Dominic's Cathedral and North High School. And after North, a thing happened that I looked and said, there's a war going on. And I'm the only one of my brothers and sisters that decided, well, I'm going to have to forego college for right now and join the Army, which to my parents just made it like, you're kidding me. But I did. Spent 6 years, was honorably discharged as a sergeant. Went to work for the city of Thornton as a police officer. A lifelong dream of being a police officer. Now I came over to Denver in the first lateral program. They took 10 people as a test program back in '94. And I was fortunate to be one of them. And I'm a detective now in Park Hill in Northeast Denver. I own a business at 38th and Lowell. My wife and I live at 38th and Lowell. In fact, I'll even give the address. Everybody knows it there. It doesn't bother me. Our children go to Skinner. Two of the youngest two, I should say, are 7. I'm an advocate for the schools. Yeah, city council members don't have a say-so in the policy, but you can certainly be an advocate. You can be an ambassador for the schools. I coach for Skinner during the summer at Nuggets League. My wife and I attend every function for Skinner. We sponsor many of the Skinner things that they have at our coffee shop. But another thing that I want to look at is public safety. In order to keep our families in this neighborhood, and in order to keep good businesses in our neighborhood, you got to feel safe. You got to feel safe in your home. You got to feel safe on the street, in the park. If you're going to go down to the grocery store, you got to feel safe. I know a little bit about public safety. It's been 28 years in this business. I have a few good ideas that our commander here loved to hear here in District 1. But in order to retain the people, we've got to have that first. Businesses, we've got to start getting the businesses going again. I started a business, the coffee shop, 8 years ago. When 8 years ago I went to the Small Business Administration for a loan. They said, no problem, Mr. Haney, fill out this paperwork, and it's about 8 months. Well, I can't pay rent for an empty business for 8 months. I couldn't. So I went to the credit union, explained my plan, even though they don't do business loans. They said, we believe in it. Well, we're 8 years, and that isn't too bad. If we can get the young entrepreneurs in this town to come over here, to the federal corridor, to Colfax, and we don't need giant things. We just need to get these businesses filled, and we need to streamline that business so that the city can get in from concept to opening door. Should be no more than 2 months. You close on your house in less than that. I think that if the small businesses, the banks are encouraged, the city does their side, we can get the businesses into federal. We need to work on the federal corridor, obviously, for the interchange. That's been that way since I can remember, even as a kid. It's always been scary to come down there. You can't cross, you can't ride a bike. As soon as that becomes pedestrian and user-friendly, that's going to be one of the things that has to happen. And be an ambassador to bring businesses into North Denver, and particularly Federal Boulevard. Tennyson, they're pretty well on their way. 32nd, yeah, we took care of them. Federal's been sitting there since I was a kid. I mean, it hasn't changed. The same rocks are probably in the same parking lot when I was a kid at Bear Stadium. But I do want to ask for your support. This is going to be very short, but it's very long for each and every one of the candidates. We learned that last year, didn't we, kid? After 12 forms, 8 weeks, and 10 candidates, it got busy. Again, one thing I will bring into this office that I will keep with me and always had: honesty, integrity, pride, guts, and a whole lot of hard work. Thanks.